Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up, and welcome to Book Talk. Today I'm going to be discussing the third and final book in the Shatter Me trilogy by Tahereh Mafi, Ignite Me by Tahereh Mafi. And I finished this book last night, and I read it in like 3 days because, oh my goodness, this book was so good. Oh my goodness, I loved every second of it. It was just everything I could ask for in a finale book, and I thought it was really good. And I was kind of scared for this book because I didn't know if it was gonna be good or not, and a bunch of crazy stuff happens in Unravel Me, so I was like, where is this gonna go? And it went into a perfect direction, and overall I was really satisfied with the end. And I just love this world and these characters so much, and I just want to read more about them because honestly I just love everyone in this universe. And I gave this book 5 stars on Goodreads. I gave it like a 97%. Overall I really enjoyed it, but I still had some problems with it. But overall I liked it. I'm satisfied with how it ended, but I just want more, you know. I want more. But that's it from the non-spoilerly section. If you haven't read this book yet, please leave because this is the third book. You don't want to get spoiled for it. So bye, non-spoilerly people. Okay, so Ignite Me. Where do I even begin? Oh, let me start with the beginning. The very beginning. That's a very good place to start because that's where the book starts. And the beginning was the best, honestly. I thought the beginning was fantastic. And yes, I know Warner and Juliet, they're fighting all the time in the beginning, right? But it's communication, okay? I talk a lot about in my Unravel Me book talk about how Juliet and Adam didn't talk things out. And I didn't care if they fought or not. Like, I just wanted them to talk out their problems. And something that Juliet and Warner do is talk it out. Yes, they're yelling, but they're talking about their problem and telling each other how they feel. It is communication. They had that communication. They had that emotional connection by talking to each other. And honestly, I am Warnet trash. The Warnet in this book honestly just crushed my soul, and sometimes I couldn't take it, especially in the beginning, because literally in the beginning it's just Juliet and Warner, and I was just like, how is nothing happening right now? Like, it's just you two and you're doing nothing, and you know there is tension between you two. You know that Warner feels something for you, and you know, Juliet, you know you feel something back. So that was a little annoying. It definitely took a lot longer for them to get together, because they get together like 300 pages in, and I was kind of like, I usually don't like it when that happens in books, but you know, they're together in the end, and they're beautiful. I ship them so hard. My favorite scene with them was probably, I liked the scene, their like last makeout scene where she kisses his tattoo on his side, the hell is empty and all the devils are here. I honestly really like that motto. I think that's beautiful. And also the tattoo on his back, Ignite. Then he tells Juliet to ignite at the end. It came into play and it was just so spot on. It was beautiful. And oh, I want to talk about Juliet for a second. Juliet's character development, oh my gosh, God bless it. It's so good. It's so good. She has been through so much. And you know, in the first book, Shatter Me, she's crossing out everything. And then you can tell in this, and I didn't even realize this until I watched Christine from Polar Bananas Books Book Talk, that the crossing out stops. Like, she crosses out a few things in the beginning, but then it just stops. And she stops crossing out things because now she's definite on what she thinks. She's not crossing out what she truly thinks, like she is saying what she thinks now, and she just really amazed me. And oh my gosh, I kind of got annoyed at Juliet at one point when she realizes that she could have escaped her prison cell when she was in the asylum, but she was so scared of her power that she didn't do anything about it. And I was just like, you were in there for over 200 days and you could have easily punched that wall and make an escape plan. You could have escaped. And it's something really funny about this book was how she keeps on going. If only I ate that stupid food, I wouldn't be in this situation. That was funny because if she ate the food, you know, she probably wouldn't be in this situation. She could have been eating the food, wearing the dresses, and planning her escape. But no, she was such a coward where she didn't do that. And I'm really glad Juliet is out of her shell and she's changed. And Adam, oh my gosh, Adam got on my nerves in this book. I pretty much hated him the whole time, except for the end where he goes to Juliet and he's just like, you really have changed, haven't you? And she's just like, yeah, I have. How are you now just realizing that? Like, Adam just didn't, I guess Adam didn't want to believe that the girl he fell in love with changed. He wanted her to be the quiet, scared little girl, but I think he knew definitely deep down inside himself that Juliet he knew and loved is gone, and she couldn't be that girl anymore because honestly, if she kept being that girl, she probably would have died because of it. So Juliet's character development is just such a beautiful journey and I love it so much, and she really impressed me in this book, and she was honestly really funny in this book. Like, this book is some pretty funny stuff, man, especially Kenji. Kenji's the best, and I loved Kenji's and Juliet's relationship in this book. Kenji is like the girlfriend Juliet never gets to have because Juliet doesn't have girlfriends, but she has Kenji, and they talk about their feels, and it's wonderful. Kenji's the best, and I honestly thought Kenji was dead at one point at the end, but he survived, and that makes me really, really happy, because if Kenji died, that just would have changed the whole book for me, and I don't know if I would like it as much if Kenji died, but now thinking about it, it's a little weird that no one really important dies. Like, people die, but it's like no one we know. Like, she's standing on the roof and she sees all her friends, and I'm just like, okay, but how is this possible? This is so weird. Like, someone had to die. Like, you guys were just in a war. But don't get me wrong, I'm happy everyone's alive, but it's just when you're thinking it, like, seriously, like, if this happened in real life, there's a slim chance that all her friends would be alive, especially Kenji. Honestly, Kenji should be dead, because, I mean, it was pressure waves for crying out loud, but I'm glad he's alive. Like, I'm glad everyone's alive, but I'm just saying here, if this was actually a real thing, it would be so wrong. But, I'm trying to think. Some of my favorite moments in this book were all the Warnet, because Warnet trash. Warnet was beautiful. Warner, oh my gosh, Warner was bae. I loved him, even though in the beginning I was kind of getting annoyed because Juliet, she then tries to make moves, right? I'm just like, you go, girl. She's doing it. This is something past Juliet would not do, but this new and improved strong kick butt Juliet is being flirty, but Warner just neglects it. And I felt so bad for Warner while reading this because of the whole mom situation. The story about the ring broke my heart. Just reading that, I like gasped out loud, and I was just like, are you kidding? That's the story why my poor baby Warner had to go through that. And something interesting about the mom is that she can't be touched by anyone or even herself, and sadly she dies. That was really sad. But I want to know how her power came to be. Like, how do people get these powers? Do they just come to you, or are you born with them? I don't know. I'm very interested in their abilities, and I would definitely read a book about it. But yeah, the whole mom situation was just terrible. And then there's the whole Warner and Adam situation with them being brothers, and I'm really happy that they found out at the end. And honestly, that should have happened earlier on. And if I was Warner, I would have gotten mad too, because he was like, you should have told me, and I would have acted the same way. But I'm really glad Warner went over to Adam. They had that little talk, and they're gonna try to be brothers, gonna try to form a friendship. That makes me really happy, and I really hope that James finds out too, because James deserves to know, because he really never knows anything, and I honestly feel really bad for James, because he's always left behind and always has to wonder if his friends are coming back or if they're gonna die. It's terrible, but I want James to know. Honestly, I think he deserves to know, but I'm really excited for Warner and Adam and for them to become close, and I wish we got to see more of that, because I felt like that was just a little rushed, but I'm glad it happened though. And what else was my favorite? I just loved this whole book. This book made me really happy. It's definitely one of my favorite books of 2016. That's how good it was. I just really liked it, and I just liked all the moments with Kenji. And I really liked the beginning. Honestly, Juliet's and Warner's fights were pretty entertaining for me to read. I found them hilarious, honestly. They were some good stuff, okay? You know they were good. But, yeah, I think those are my overall thoughts. Overall, I loved this book. It's definitely one of my favorites of this year, and I'm forever gonna love this series. And I wish there were more books in this world, because I want to see them try to fix the world and see Juliet take over. I want to see that, but there's no more books, so maybe Tahereh Mafi will write more books in this world, because honestly I think she should, because this is such an interesting world, and I want to see what life is like after the reestablishment being gone and Anderson being dead. Didn't even talk about that. Anderson dying was the best thing ever. When that happened, I was just I was reading my book, and then I all of a sudden went, yes, he's dead, and then I kept on reading. It was the funniest thing. But yes, overall, I love this book. So good. And those are my overall thoughts and feels. So I hope you enjoyed this book talk. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to watch more book reviews from me, you can click the subscribe button down below. And I'm Courtney, and I'll see y'all next time with a new video up soon. So, bye! Yo!